Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2, where we're evolutioning things. Oh, it's evolving. Well, it doesn't matter. Three things will come as little surprise to you. Number one, we're looking at the junction at Wizard Hole. Number two, the lozenge of disappointment is lit. And number three, it is very clearly all broken. Why is it all broken? I hear you cry. Well, I mean, reasons. Okay, this spaghetti nest I've got going on down here is not inherently breaking things. What I'm trying to do with it is inherently breaking things, and that's why it's broken. So, how are you going to unfutz this then? Oh, well, that's a great question. Let's find out where Fellow Me Lad is going. I'm not going to just spend the entire... I've got something to do in today's episode. We're not going to spend the entire time unpicking this mess. That's waiting for a free path. But show me your path. Okay, you've got that where you've got choices. Yeah. Now, I see the problem is that me, being lemon-brained, I had interpreted having a choice of platforms as being having a choice of routes as well, which is why there are convoluted junctions going on here. I think, oh, if it's going to that platform, it might take a different route to get there. It might, but it won't. So, yeah, you haven't got a route back out. Why haven't you got a route back out? You should have a route back out. Yeah, no, one of you are going to be set. This is Wiz 2. There you go, Wiz 2. You should be coming up here. All right, so you should, which one? Great question, thanks for asking. This one, you should be coming up this line here, yeah, and then you can just clear off. There is absolutely nothing stopping you from coming in. Oh, you're going to go, you got one-way signals. Yeah, that's not it, because these are all two-way signals, right? All of these, apart from the outside lines, are two-way. Maybe that is the problem. Maybe that is the problem. Oh. Yeah, maybe if one were to make them one-way signals, one would have far less drama involved. Maybe if one were to flip the signal round the other way, maybe if one were to remove the signal entirely, one would have less problems. Fewer problems. Oh, well, you can say that. I'm going to get rid of that one, since that's the one that applies. Are you moving? Well, I'm paused, so no. Okay. All right. Did that help? Not as such, no. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I haven't given up yet. I've barely started. I mean, there are a number of things I can do here to get this all working again. Not least of all, bulldoze the heck out of the thing. Now, why are you two having problems? You two have got all the choices in the world with regard to where you go. So just go there. Yeah, look, you're on this lane. Just flipping pick one, get in there. Ah, no, you see, it's possibly because you have engaged with the junction. And I suspect you have engaged with the junction because I'm really clever and have started using signals to try and shuffle you along the way. That's certainly possible. In which case, I'll use signals to get you out of the area, and then we'll try and unpick everything else. So here's your lane. Let's put that there. Yeah, see, look, yeah, diagnosis resolution. Ah, super. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't ever want to put a signal there because he's going to block everything, but he's blocking everything already by just being there. So let's get shot of it. Right, so how are we going to fix this in a way that is somewhat permanent? We still want to use go for whatever platform you like, friends, but I think that might end up being more trouble than it's worth. What we're going to do is we're going to do 3 up, 3 down. How dreadfully boring. Yeah, but that's what we're going to do. So we'll go, and I do want to keep a frisson of excitement about things. So these are going to be the 2 of the in lanes. Yes. Why don't you do 2 in and 4 out? Interesting proposition. How would that help you? Well, because we can queue, right? If we route everything to these two outer lines and then have dispatches going through the inner line, nothing can move still. Okay, that is really mysterious. Maybe I've stopped one. You have. This explains a lot. Yeah, you've told it to stop. Ah, and that one, and that's why not. It was broken because you'd stopped them because you wanted to fix the problem. Right. Okay, I'm going to fix the problem and then I'll show you it after I've fixed it. The fix has been deployed. Now, I'm running this at high speed just so I can make sure that the fix that has been deployed has actually worked. At the moment, it looks okay. I've uncorked the tunnel, and that's working just fine. But at the moment, everything looks like it's moving just fine. Yeah. With almost no signals. Almost no signals. A simple change in philosophy was all that was required, and that philosophical change was they're too stupid to figure out a good path. If there's loads of paths available, they won't do it. To be honest, if I was using blocks, this whole thing would be a disaster. So that I am permitted to use paths rather than blocks in the first place makes life a heck of a lot easier. Oh, that was a nice manoeuvre. Very good. Yeah. Right. Let's look at this end of things. It's madness. Yeah, but it works. It certainly does. Right. What's the philosophical change? Right. You've got two inbound lines, and they're the outside ones. Both of these are one-way signals, and more than that, we've got tracks assigned to them. Right. So the 5 lines have 5 different routes in. Now, doesn't that create an imbalance where you can only have 2 trains in at once? No, because there's a good queuing system coming up the tunnels, right? We've got 2 inbound lines coming through the tunnel, and then you can free one up to go and queue, ready to go in. The key part is letting everything back out again. So the same philosophy exists, where these 4 signals, they are all assigned to tracks. And the upshot, yeah, we have one that is shared, but the upshot is the train can clear the platform, it can get onto the bridge, which is long enough to support an entire train, whereby that train is not blocking any junctions, allowing the next train to come in. It's only because he's snaking across the entire operation there. There you go, see? Right, that won't get snarled up. It might be inefficient from time to time, but it won't get snarled up. He says, incredibly confidently. I say everything incredibly confidently, which is why people are surprised when I get it wrong. But I always get it wrong, so that's not a problem. No. The joy is in unbreaking it again. See, there's nothing in the tunnel now. I've cleared it. Now, I've got one more thing to do. Pause. This flipping thing, it pains me. It pains me enormously. Now, I can't terrain it out of existence. The only thing I'm going to be able to do, I'm going to have to delete some track, get shot of it, and then put the track back in again. And I have a feeling that this junction is what triggered it in the first place. But I'm just going to have to, oh, that's a lot of track. I don't know, well, that's not actually too bad. Get rid of it. You just fixed it. I know. And then we'll just push the tunnel entrance back ever so slightly, and that should yield a positive outcome. Why are you putting a lump in there? You don't need a lump in there. No. See, I've done all the smoothage, but I daren't remove any of the track because I've got it doing what I wanted it to do. I mean, I could put it back in again, but I've probably already ruined my routes. Try it and see if it works. If it works, everyone's happy. Me especially. Let's go. Give me, I don't know, 140. 140. Don't put any of that electric rubbish on it. There you go. Give me that. And number 1. Obviously, that's going to be fine. Yeah, okay. Number 2. You need the signals in. Yeah. That's obviously fine. Is it fine? It's obviously fine. Excellent. Number 3. That's obviously fine. You see, I'm saying it in advance to set up for the punchline there, which is You see how I do that? I say, it's obviously fine. Then I go and look. And then I go, it's obviously not fine. Except it's obviously fine. Good. Track is invisible. That's special tunnel track. Is it, though? I'm going to say yes. You can say whatever you like. It doesn't necessarily make it so. Right. Inbound tracks coming there. Where do you want them paused? Oh, we'll just have a cheeky nose out at the end of the tunnel. A little hello. That way I can definitely see them if I'm reviewing why it's snarled up this time. There you go. Everything should be back in order. There, yeah, look, the track's there. The lump's gone. Everyone's flipping thrilled. This is ugly. You're going to decorate. Don't do it. Just move on to today's project. This is not today's project. There you go. Right, now leave it the hell alone and go and get back to doing something else. Slow the game back down again. The reason for taking the time to actually solve this, firstly, it was broken, but secondly, we'd hemorrhaged about 250 million in it all being busted. Look at the size of Wizard Hole. Let's come in along nicely. Anyway, right, good. What are we doing? We're going the other way. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky one, actually. Today, we're going to aim for Caprica. Now, a couple of you have pointed out in the comments, you've gone like, oi, come here, listen. You said at the outset your plan was to make interesting mountain lines. And in the last endeavours, you have done nothing but motor hastily straight through the side of a mountain. What's up with that? That's a fair cop. That is fair. However, that has been that's been in service of a different project, which is this glorious beast, which is not quite as glorious as I'd hoped, but it's glorious enough. However, yes, mountain lines are coming. They are going to be more suited to... Oh, I can already see where I'm going with this. They are going to be more suited to sporting freight, given that freight's urgency of arrival is slightly less. Anyway, you don't care about that. No, I don't care about it either. We'll deal with it. Freight's coming soon. Right. What did you just see? Well, I saw that we are elevated here. And that means I could stay elevated and not have to monkey with this road. Now, monkeying with the road is never something that puts me off doing something big. But at the same time, I mean, this could look absolutely startling when it's done. Now, choices. This end, tighter turn. This end, no reason not to. And that's why we're going this way. Alright, yeah. What do you want to do? A guide track first and then see about getting it along? Survey the entire route, perhaps? Well, okay, that would be an idea. Alright, this road is likely to not stay in the same format that it is now, but we can worry about that in a mo. I think I like the look of this area here. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of bulldoze the city on this one, because this isn't the end of the line. Weren't you doing something incredibly convoluted up towards Ambridge? Oh, yeah, you've got the second half of the flaming not a loop to do. Yeah. Caprica, of City, Ambridge. Now, where are you going to get your mountain track in? That's an awfully good question, because it's all uphill from here to our eventual destination, and it's uphill so steeply we might never get there. You could probably work your way that would be nice. You could work your way around here, but then it's got to be a tunnel. Has to be a tunnel. And if we're going there, well, in that case, you from sort of here-ish, you'd work your way up, gradually climb the side of this ridge, which I know is hard to see because okay, tunnel, but come back out on the ridge side. Yeah, span, tunnel, hopefully emerge here, maybe wind rather than tunnel through, but that would mean going around the far side. That's not a bad thing. Go around the far side of that iron mine and end up sort of here-ish, which is ideal for the last push onto there. Having some tunnels in is absolutely essential. I mean, there's no getting away from it. However, not just mashing in a straight line through a tunnel. I can't hold my hands up and say, yeah, no, that's totally reasonable, given my initial plan, because it's not. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to try and maintain the elevation. So this is going to be a ruddy great viaduct. Let's see how it's gone straight in there without a level crossing, using vanilla bridge. Yeah, alright, yeah, you're very clever. Now do it with double track. Yeah, well, hold on. Yeah, that's a jolly tiny bit of bridge there. Yeah. Now, are you going to get from there to your station? I'm going to assume yes, because if I can't, then I'll nuke it back again. Is that the form of bridge that you are happiest with? Well, no, definitely not. Yeah, I know. This for those of you who've missed the why is it called evolution? That the business is opening and closing. That's the evolution kind of idea. The thing is, I haven't really touched any freight yet, so it's evolving in a way that I'm just completely ignoring. For now. Right, try this. That gives us the speed that we want. How does it do here? Fine. Yeah, that's fine. Arguably, it's nice. Arguably. Why is this bridge taking this angle? I don't know. I may have to have a relook at that. It doesn't make any sense for it to be taking that angle. No, but we've got the first bit of bridge in, and that's always a nice achievement, a nice accomplishment. An early doors. Okay, so far so good. I mean, this is where it'll go wrong, where I try to double track it, and it attempts to stick a pillar right in the middle of the dual carriageway. But it might not. There you go. Yeah, there's that bridge pillar collision that we were talking about. Yeah, I know. It's not drama if it comes as a surprise. What? It's only drama because it comes as a surprise. Yeah, see? It's trying to stick it there. What, next to this bridge that you were just questioning the validity of? Yeah. Guess the bridge is going then. You'd be guessing about right, because I like this bridge span. I like it a lot. Pause. Bulldoze. You've just ruined a route. Well, I have a feeling it's going to be a route that won't exist for very much longer. So, I don't even start panicking about it. Let's get rid of this as well. Not because I'm concerned about the pillar colliding, although that'll be, you know, that's a happy byproduct going on there. More because I didn't like that corner. And therefore I'm going to want to change it. However, let's... You're pressing the wrong button, that's why. Oh, okay. There you go. Give me that. Yep. And over here. There we go. That's the tram track, isn't it? That's the tram whatnot. Yeah, it is. Tram whatnot. Super. Right, there's that. I think it looks nice. It does look nice, but it's only any good if it actually gets you to your destination. I think you may still possibly be too low down. Oh well. We'll work that out. There is a dip here. Whew. This is an expense coming up here that you don't need to be expensing. No, I do need to be expensing. It's the best place for this particular station. Yeah, just do all of it. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, I want all of these interior roads gone. Alright, I will remap them. You'll be able to move back in to nicer houses on flatter ground when I'm done with it. Okay, flipping. Yeah, I know the whole thing's going to flood every time it rains. It's going to flow in from both sides of the gullies, and anyone around here is going to they've got to have life belts out at that bus stop. Right, give me the station. Station. Does this need any other destinations from the station? Arguably, yes. You could probably run a line out this way that heads along the coast that goes to like Picks Creek or even further. However, I'm not going to do that now. We're going to stick with keep it straightforward, sunshine. as our starting agenda item here. Put it in there. So this is at the lowest point in town. Yeah. Further demolition is likely. Okay. Now, the only good thing about this being in a ridgy town is it means that getting roads to bypass the station from one side to the other is going to be relatively straightforward. Yeah, sticker. That's a rather grandiose station building compared to the other one. Why is it defaulted to that? Did I pick the Italian station? I mean, if I were to guess, probably. Oh well, whatever. I'll just plumb that on there. There you go. Lovely. Super. Right, that'll do. I might make that look a little more ostentatious later, but for now, I want function. Right. Bulldoze this back a bit because I have a feeling that curve was about to get out of hand. Give me this, and let's take the right-hand side and just go straight in. And there was no drama. Ah. And that tunnel exit couldn't be any better placed. No. I would say you've done well, but you've been doing a lot of this lately, so it's hardly surprising. Yeah. That has actually gone quite nicely. And really, really fast. Yeah, no, we're there. We've made it to Caprica already. I was anticipating this would actually take quite a lot of faffing about. But that the bridge going in without an argument, that made a difference. And now the station has gone in without an argument. And that's made a difference. Right, keep this homeboy on the flat. Okay, yeah. Continue with the flat homeboy. Really? Do you not want to go uphill a little bit? So you can mingle with the other friends in the neighbourhood? Yeah, possibly. In fact, you ought to put your exit line in first. Okay, I'm going to put the exit line in first, and then we'll build back with whatever it is that I decide we need. Let us go from the right-hand side, since that's going to be the one that skirts the mountain. Give me... I don't think you're going to avoid going uphill all the way and going steeply uphill all the way. We'll start out going flat, though. Just because it looks better coming out of the station. Right, and then you're going to have to go steeply uphill. Right, so that's the bit of tunnel inevitability. Oh, my giddy. Look at how far below the crest we are. So this shadowy section shows how far underground we are, going incredibly steeply uphill. Do you want to do a helix? No, not on a passenger line. On a freight line, absolutely. Helix me all day long, baby. But no, on a... I mean, if I was just going to the flat land there... Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you're not even close. Okay, all right. Then let's address this this topic coming the other way. All right. So this is what we want, right? Not necessarily that, but something within that wheelhouse. Yeah. Would you just hover along the side? I don't want to motor through the thing. You go, well, you sort of have to. Alright, okay. Cheeky tunnel. Yeah, no, look, I love cheeky tunnels, but I'm trying to stay on top here. You might have to get rid of some of these trees. There's a tunnel again. Yeah. See, I want to be there. I think you might have to do a helix. And hold on, what have you got here? There is an additional gully. You're still not going to get to you're still not going to get to it, not without a cable car. Oh. Yeah. Very challenging. Yeah. Now, the alternate way to do this would be you come in from the hole, you hit there, and then you back out this way. right? And you work your way up slowly, 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 slowly working your way up. How do you do this without resorting to the longest tunnel in the history of tunnels? Again. The new longest tunnel in the history of tunnels. Again. Well, a couple of choices for you. Number one, terrain tool. Just start nuking hillsides. That's not what we're here for. And plus, I haven't really got the budget for that kind of ground moving operation anymore. I hemorrhaged it by having a stupid station that I did stupid things to. Alright, okay. Option number 2, helix. Alright, do a helix. But only if I can... Hang on, I just need to check something here. Right, let's assume Of City Station is sort of here-ish, okay? Right? Yeah. Alright, straight line. Can you get to there? Oh, yeah. Oh, there's the devil. Yeah. Hello, I am your temptation demon. There you go, just do that. But it never even sees the surface. And the surface is a long way above you. Yep, no, we can get... No problem, mate. No, we can totally do that. It's very doable. But I want to be on the surface. All right, then concessions must be made. And by concessions, I mean to make this route non-profitable. You've got profit. Most of the routes are profitable. You can afford to have one that isn't. There just isn't another way to do it. Not if you're going to Of City. This is the only way you're going to get there. While I don't mean this tunnel. I mean, you know, this kind of approach. It's going to be a helix. It's got to be a helix. Yeah. I was having a moment where I thought, what about going to Ambridge and then coming back to Of City? But it doesn't solve the problem. You'd have to go up through a tunnel to about here, at which point you could surface run through this gully. Not in itself a bad thing. But as far as, is that the way to do the route in a means that makes sense? No, it isn't. Alright, kill it. Now, in terms of, if you're a passenger at Ambridge, are you going to choose to go via Of City or go the other way? This helix is going to ensure it's the other way, isn't it? Right, now, how are you going to go about building this? I think our helix will live here, right? We'll go round, we'll come through, bit of cheeky boo outside the outside of the hillside, and then along here. Okay. You know, this is only a quick fix. Yeah, but it should mean that, well, everything else from that point on should be on the flat. Good luck. Yeah. Great. Yeah, right. Uphill, please. Okay, you've got the inside radius of this idiotic piece of building that you're going to do. What are you going to drop to as your lowest speed? 80. You know, that's going to be really, really large. 80 is not going to buy you very much corner at all. Hey, see, this is why I'll often pause and go, I'll be back when I've done it. In fact, I'm gonna pause. I'll be back when I've done it. No. I won't. I know some of you really like sitting here watching me figuring things out. Even though you've kind of gone, I'd do it this way. Of course you would, because we all do things differently. You've got a choice to do it. And should there be a road in there? Evidently, I have deleted it at some point. No, you know what that was? That was an industry, and it closed, killing the road. Oh my. Think of all the Tarmacadon jobs that have gone out. It would have been a dirt track, and you know it. Alright, we'll go out that way a bit. Okay, right. Then it's got lots of lovely speed. Sure, sure. Hello, trees. You're not going to annoy me at all. Right, and you've actually committed to a bit there. Yeah, I know, we're going. We're up above the surface. Yeah, not for long. Get up above the surface. At 80. Oh, man, this is so huge. Yeah, okay, right. Good, right. Go away. Thank you. All right, and then continue. Continue, circle A. Okay, all right, yeah. What do you think about that? I don't actually hate it. I don't want to make it any larger, though. 76 isn't too bad. I will allow 70. Why don't you just accept that? Why don't you just put in some bridge work? What is the bridge motif we are going to use for this one? Give me big fat suspension bridge and let's see what it does. It does that. That's lovely. Yeah, okay, good. Proper levels of reinforcement, no unnecessary pillarage. Alright, and then keep you going. Stay on a 70-ish kick. Keep going uphill. There's no point us being here unless you're going uphill. We can go uphill more gently, but uphill is really rather the reason that I'm making this flipping spirograph. Okay, and then you've gone a little too far. Come back so that we're pointing sort of that way. We are going uphill. Look at the delta in height there. Bush to boof. Yeah. All right, we have gained as much altitude as we need. Elevation. We've gained as much altitude as you elevation. Okay. That's going to be quite appealing. It's not. It's going to absolutely ruin the profitability of this line. Absolutely wreck it. And why is that? Because the profitability is largely going to be based on the crow flying distance betwixt the start and end points of the route. When you start doing this caper, you have added an awful lot of additional mileage to complete said route. This is working nicely. It is working nicely. Yeah. I'm going to... Right, okay. Smash this now all the way to... No. I like what that was doing, but I'm reluctant to remove it. However, let's just see what happens now if I try and connect to the end. I'm not going to do it. I just want to see what change in angle this is going to play with. There you go. Something like that. Yeah, you see, you've gone straight through the middle of this ridge. There you go. Hello! That's lovely. That would be super, but no. And then everything's everything. Okay. All right. You realise you're probably going to be killing the profit of the route, using a helix that slows everything down for approximately from here to there of being above the surface. Yep. It's what the people demand. They said, why? Why must we only have these under-the-ground routes? You have betrayed us all. Your lofty notions of nice mountainous routing has led to nothing. You, sir, are a charlatan of the highest order. Well, that's not very charitable of you. You're going to go, charlatan. Order, highest. You've ordered a high charlatan. Yeah. Shall I add that to your basket? Right, okay, that's nice though, isn't it? Yeah, all right, I'll grant you that is quite nice. Your angle's good. I think you might even be higher up than you need to. No, I think there's still a little bit more climb to go. Okay. Continue with our brazen bridge. Oh, it's gone well brazen. And you know what? I'm going to allow it. One span only. It is reasonably tall. I'm allowing it. That will be our one suspended bridge pillar for this map. I hope you enjoyed it, because I don't need to do any more. That's the inner... no, that is the inner radius. Right, let's get the outer radius on as well then. You're going to probably want to stick quite a few trains up this. I don't have the money for it. I have spent all the money running something that didn't work. And now I'm spending yet more of the money on a really silly track. It's going to look nice though. Think of the views. The views are going to be splendid. Yeah. We're up. Don't worry. We are going to run a train on it today. Yeah. I mean, you're 40 minutes in, son. That would have been good to put up the front of the video. Don't worry. I will be running a train. I'm not just going to build for the entire episode. We're going to run a train. We're going to see it in action going across this ostentatious bridge. Okay. There you go. It's the ostentatious line. Yeah, it looks all right, doesn't it? It does look all right. Yeah, this bit does. When you get to this bit, you kind of go, what? What was going on there? And you've got to go, necessity. That's what was going on there. And you can shut your pretty little mouth. Right, now then. We're going through the mountain range. Therefore, there's no point in agonising about it even slightly. Let's get the bulldozer out. Let's knacker this town's roads and infrastructure. You could have survived, you know, if it had let me just do the end bit, but it didn't just let me do the end bit. And therefore, no survival for you. 2 platform. Yep. Just stick it on the end like that. No, I want to go... Let's go a little further than that so that I can get a... I press the wrong button again. Yeah. It's the hand being in the wrong place on the keyboard. It's not because I'm totally clueless. I do a good impression of totally clueless, but no. It's only that's something I do in a variety show kind of a fashion. Right, slap that in there. Bang in some track. No, banging in track is what we're trying to avoid today. All right, lovingly place in some track. Yeah. And if that doesn't work, just bang it in. Right. Is that the right line you've got there? Yes, it is. All right, how is that manifest? Would be super to be able to appear over here somewhere. No chance. No chance. That's all too high up. As it is, we're coming down from the mountain. We're too high. Don't care. No, I'm allowing it. Yeah, this is definitely not what someone would build. And get over yourself and go, oh, we've had our moment in the sun. Maybe we can have more moments in the sun. No, you can't. How much higher have I ended up being? Really quite a lot higher up. You could have ended up lower down. The thing with that, though, is it would mean that the above ground section here would be shorter. No, I've got nothing for you. I was going to try and paint but you see, good news, there isn't any. Yeah, we're going with it. I'm not entirely sure you're connected on the right side there, but I mean, we'll see how we get on. There you go. No, you did. All right, fine. Okay. Super duper. I'm not overjoyed. No. Do you want to redo it? You've got the money for another big build like this. Well, look, show me just how big a difference that would make. If we stayed flat to here, that's the elevated distance that you've got going on. Difference, I should say. Yeah. Which would mean that, yes, while you were still helixing, you wouldn't necessarily have to helix at the maximum height. You know what? I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone in the spirit of get it done. But I might revisit it later. The thing is, I would only bother to revisit it later if I was going to do something that was radically different. It would certainly change the performance of the trains, not having to go steeply uphill throughout the entire helix. But, I mean, the other argument. I mean, you can make the helix shorter, but that's just going to bleed speed off the trains that you're running. Yeah. I think the upshot is nice. I just think that I think there's a better opportunity in there, but I don't have it. I haven't got it in my head yet. It's the sort of thing that I'll get in my head eventually, but not right now. This is not something that I currently have a better scheme sitting there. What I do have, though, as far as better schemes sitting wherever, is I'm thinking, well, why not build a route that is on the top of the mountain ridge and see how you would have to use that? There's better English I could use to describe what I just said. So instead of working from the ground up to the high ridges, I could instead start on top of the ridge, which would allow me to build a really lovely looking mountain view track, and then figure out how to get it down to both ends of the route. That would be interesting. All right, shall I put that in as a thing we'll give a go? All right. Do you need a diamond there? No. Single junction will do the trick. Slap me up. One way, please. Yeah, one way on that. And then stick a couple out over here. We don't need many signals on this at all, but I will put them in. How many trains are you going to put on this? For now, 2. Demand won't be sufficient. By the time we reach Ambridge, it will probably be 4, maybe even 5. But a lot of that depends on how many people really want to ride the train. It's not a train anymore, son. It's a roller coaster. It is a little bit. Which little bit are you saying isn't a roller coaster? The bit in a tunnel. Yeah. Yeah. No signals on the helix. No. Let's put a downhill signal on the helix. Uphill, though, you don't want them stopping. So if you're queued up that closely to one another, stop it. We've got to let these trains build up some momentum. All right. Okay. Yeah. No. So you can have a signal right there. Congratulations. You've played well. And then... But downhill's fine. Downhill can signal for their lives. They may well be doing just that. That didn't make any sense. All right, okay. Now then, what do we need? Oz City needs a little bit of road, and then we need to put in some train. I'll go away and do that. Right, I've got my camera and a step ladder, and we're waiting to see our first train coming out of Wizard Hole now, as it is on the brand new Wizard South line. I know, I've gone with an A4 again, just for a little bit of not using the same as before. Well, you've got a real mixture of things going on there. Yeah, maybe I thought that was the same colour as before. Right on camera, please. Now, I don't want to be completely on board. We will hop on and off so that we can do a bit of this from time to time. Do like the bridge. I put the road bridge back in just to make the lozenge of disappointment disappear. But it wasn't very exciting. I drew a straight line. You missed nothing of note there. Right, into the first of many tunnels. We'll sit back on the front fender, and we've actually got 48 passengers on here already. That's insane. Yeah, the time between buying a train and look at the passengers here. I mean, I cancelled the bus route that was here before, but people have heard tales of Wizard Hole. Just don't think about what I've done to the roads here, right? Don't think about it. Don't look at it. I don't know what happened just there, but it wasn't pretty. I need to come back, put in a commuter line. There's a multitude that I go, well, that's a nice bit of scaffolding. Yeah. All right, jump off. There's no one on board. Well, it's hardly surprising. It's the first run out. Now, where's the best place to see some drama on the helix? Now, the drama on the Helix is going to be just how fast can you go then, Tiny? So we'll stick that over there. So you've got the speed right there. Now, it does say that the drop-off is going to be mediocre with the rake of coaches that I've got on here. You've only got 50 million quid left in the bank. Says it'll top out about 78 to 80 on a high incline. And that's what the radius of the Helix is. So, great. It also says it'll take 4 minutes to get up to that speed. Which is it's a little while, certainly. Hasn't come out of the tunnel section yet. Yeah, it has. Look, there you are. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, let's get in close and enjoy the moment. It is an enjoyable moment. Yeah. It's not too horrible to have a completely different livery at the back end, is it? You could tell yourself that. There are people out there just kind of go, you'd never see that though, because one of them was running in an area where it wouldn't be possible. They're not. No, that's just no. Stop it. And then they'll have the equivalent of a blue screen, and that'll be their day ruined, and they'll be inconsolable. Oh well, yeah. All right, here we go. Coming on. I do like it in red though. It does look sharp. That's for sure. Yeah, I like that. Oh, get over the, where's Captain Wingspan? Here's Captain Wingspan. Okay, what are we up to? 81 kilometres an hour. We appear to be coming downhill. That doesn't seem right for me. Whether it sings right for you or not is neither here nor there. It's a good look. It is a good look. That is a mighty large pillar. Yeah. I mean, it's bloody enormous. It is. Right, and then into the boring bit, which actually isn't too long. You've got less bit that isn't boring. Okay. Flipping heck, there's a load of people waiting here. 37. All right, there's some... Of City's flipping macroscopic. Microscopic. I know, yeah. Of City's not very big. And therefore, you know, that we've got any demand at all is rather surprising. Well, it's their first contact with anywhere of any level of sophistication, so they'll be thrilled about it. Okay, it's not a bad little route. It's not bad, but there are so many things I'd go back and change. I'd start from this end, and I would figure out what was necessary in order to emerge about here in order to do this mountainside thing. So you go down first without necessarily going down. Yeah. Okay, lessons have been learned. Will I apply the learnings of those lessons in future adventures? Well, that, my friends, is anybody's guess. I've been Colonel Failure. Next up... Yeah. Freight. What? No. Next, no. Next up, you go of City to Ambridge. And you make it look good. Or else. I'm going to do of City to Ambridge and I'm going to make it look good. Because apparently there's threats of violence if I don't make it look good. Yeah. What shall I have just hanging around here while I do 30 seconds to the camera about, oh, hello, look, I'm a human and all of that kind of business? I don't know. Maybe, you know, dwell a little longer on the big bridge. There should be another train inbound. I bought two. So there should be another one coming up this way. Well, that's anybody's guess. I can't find an angle that I like. Hopefully I'll have one by the time the train rocks up. Yeah. Okay, I'll catch you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done already. But I reckon you probably have done already. So that's a completely irrelevant statement to make. Good. I don't like that. No, I don't like it either. I don't care about you, Ank Farm. Yeah. There's lots of halfway decent views here. There isn't one that is an absolute legend. Unless you're on the train. In which case, coming through here and looking out the window, that'd be quite nice. Why is that signal red? The signals are always red until you reach them. Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, there you go. I'll catch you next time. Cheerio. So about now, you're probably going, see you, smart guy, that's not going to work. No. All of that station action you've got going on at Wizardhole, no, you've not fixed it. I have. That's fixed it. It's fixed. I've done it. It's done. I've let it run for 20 minutes at high speed, no clogs, and an average of 3.5 trains in the station at any one time. Peaking at 6. Out of 8 tracks, 6 of them occupied. Not bad at all. Now, on the Can I Make a Pretty route, this one is close. I'm going to rebuild it because that unnecessary elevation that goes on in the middle between the thing and the helix, speeding it up is going to be helpful, but I'm going to pretty that up in the next one, which if you're not in Fail Brigade you won't see, but it'll come back and you'll go, oh, it's pretty, and then we'll carry on up to Ambridge after that, and then after that freight.